Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Nostalgia Critic, and it's going to be Inspector Gadget the movie. Oh yes, this is going to be totally awesome to see Nostalgia Critic review the movie Inspector Gadget. Oh boy, I think I've watched this movie before. I think it was about, fucking hell, about 15 years ago. Damn, that makes me feel old. It had Matthew Broderick, or Broderick, don't know how to pronounce his name. Hopefully I did correctly. But he was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off and also in Godzilla. That's a lot of fish. That's really the only two movies I know him from. And also Inspector Gadget the movie, of course. Yeah, the reason why I got this movie is because it had Matthew Broderick in it. And that's the reason why I wanted to watch the movie. But when I watched it, I was very disappointed because it was full of cliches, very cheesy, just very bad. This movie was bad. Now, as I am a defender of bad movies, I would say, yeah, it's okay. It was alright for the time. Well, this movie was just, I don't know, it was kind of painful to watch. The only thing that carried me through this movie was Matthew Broderick's sort of charm, as I say. He always has that sort of charm, like, that's a lot of fish. You know, how could you resist that cheesiness, you know? So he always adds a cheesiness to a movie, just the right amount of cheesiness, and I think that's what carries me through the movie, and I sort of give it a point for that, just because he's in it. Yeah, I did watch the cartoon series of Inspector Gadget. I didn't per se grow up watching them all. I didn't say I was a fanatic, like, oh, we gotta watch it every single day. I watched a couple. You know, I know Penny and all the characters. But I never watched it every single day like people watched fucking Care Bears every single day. Oh, God, let's not mention that again. Yeah, let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
Well, I'm a nostalgia critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Let's talk about Inspector Gadget. He was a show in the 1980s about a half-human, half-robot detective.
Robot.
This one was funny.
Oh God, Robocop for
Funny.
no,
It
not that
centered
fucking
around the
jetpack.
inspector's bumbling antics to stop a supervillain named Dr. Claw, while Gadget's young
Fucking
niece
Robocop
Penny and a
jetpack.
dog named Brain would go behind his back and solve the crime for him. It wasn't anything special, but for kids, it wasn't that bad. It had a smart,
enjoyed it.
humble role model who never
It
got
was
the credit,
humble.
but was just happy to see justice done. It had a menacing villain you never saw who had a pretty intimidating voice.
Well, what a delightful surprise.
And of
It was
course,
alright.
it had that kick-ass song.
Yeah, the song's amazing. That's the best thing about this Inspector Gadget, the movie, I guess. The movie had an amazing
Doing
music.
a movie on this premise, however, would be tricky, but not impossible. Great care would have to be taken. Let's see, I know! Let's get that idiot who said that's a lot of fish from Godzilla.
That's a lot of
And while
fish.
we're at it, why don't we get that moron who ruined Madonna's career? No, the other one. There you go!
Damn.
And finally, let's get one of the greatest directors of all time. The one who directed the coming-of-age classic, Cool as Ice.
Oh God,
I smell cheese!
did they really? No way.
As if that trio of idiots wasn't enough, this movie has horrible writing, terrible jokes, and follows the show about as closely as, well, casting John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Yeah, this movie
mean,
was really
it's
cheesy,
bad.
bad
This
puns
shit
and all
is
that, but I
really,
really enjoyed
really
Matthew
bad.
Broderick's
So don't
performance.
go
It carried
Gadget,
me
fuck
through
a
it.
movie because we're in for quite an experience. This is Inspector Gadget.
Okay.
So as the film begins, I have to admit, it is pretty cool hearing the theme song in a motion picture.
Music's
That
amazing.
quickly changes
I gotta
when we
say,
see
that's the only
cockface
highlight.
himself, Matthew Broderick.
I remember this was a dream. He's sleeping, I believe. I remember this
He hasn't even said anything
15 years
and already
ago,
hate
I
him.
think.
You see this
School
annoying
bus,
dream
yeah,
sequence where he
saves
saves a
them
bus
with
of kids from danger.
I'm
when we
remembering this
suddenly cut
movie
to
now.
cliche number
God.
5621, thinking you're kissing a woman when really you're
Yeah,
kissing
he's
an animal.
dreaming.
Go Gadget rehash.
Brain.
So cliche, but so cheesily good if it has Matthew
By the way, this is
Broderick in it.
Penny, everybody. Yeah, they couldn't even get a blonde girl to play the part.
Yeah, I never
They
understood
said
that.
2 years as a
I never
security guard
understood
is
why
enough
she was like,
experience to be a cop.
Uncle John, I'm sorry.
And of course, just like in the show, her parents are...
killed at the end.
No.
Plastering their
And
face
thus,
on
Uncle
the...
Gadget, known right now as Uncle Brown, is left alone to take care
Uncle
of her.
Brown.
This is Brain. He looks nothing like the cartoon, doesn't talk, so let's move on.
It's not the badge. It's the heart behind it.
It's the paycheck. It's the paycheck
I'm very
behind
proud
it.
of you.
Well, wait, wow, the hell was that? What? Nothing? Anyone?
Just go with
just
it.
that?
Fuck
Okay,
it, why not?
we'll just come back to that later. We see a scientist played by Odo from Deep Space Nine and his daughter Brenda, as they're trying to work on a new invention that can control robotic limbs by the power of the mind.
Tap your foot again. What were you thinking about?
Wasn't there a talking dog in this
I was
movie?
thinking about how much you remind me of your mother.
That's it. It's animated by will, not by thought. By
By
your heart,
will?
not
By
your
your
head.
heart.
Oh, I see.
What?
So it's love that fuels scientific mental animatronic limb repair. Oh, and this just in, believing in fairies can regenerate dead tissue back to life as well. Okay, time
Oh,
out!
boy.
What the hell is that? Well, why are there suddenly random things popping up in the segways?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Unless those are the segways? Okay, film 101, guys. When you do a transition, you want something that actually
Transition. Yeah, you
incredibly
don't
distract
confuse
from
you.
everything. You see,
Not
guys,
called
when you
sensory
do something
overload.
this annoying and this distracting, it doesn't add to the style. It just takes away from the story. What little there is. I mean, if you're gonna go that far, why not just
I
go
guess
all
they
the
were
way?
doing for
Why
like
don't
a
you do this?
cartoon sort of style, I guess. Austin Powers. Every fucking
So
time.
Brian, it turns
everyone
out, is
does
a
that Austin
security
Powers
guard
thing.
at the doctor's place, and often makes chit-chat with the doctor's daughter, Brenda. But little do they know that the evil Dr. Claw is watching, and ready to steal the robotic foot for his own diabolical needs.
Okay.
Maybe he's hoping to start an animatronic kickball team.
Who knows?
He zaps the doctor, I think, gets shot and edited by a monkey, and Brenda comes across the lab and sees what happened.
Dr. Bradford, I won't rest until I find whoever's responsible. Justice will be served.
Oh, wow, okay.
Look at that.
That-
I almost pulled out of my wide-eyed blandness and delivered an actual human emotion.
I
But
know,
pulled
though.
back into the blandness
It's kind of
just in
charming.
time.
I'm sorry, but it is.
too much
He's got that
motion.
charm of badness to
Just
him.
in
He could make
time.
anything. He could just do anything, and it
So
can be
Brown
great.
goes after the bad guys to
It's a bit
see
like
if
Tommy
he can
Wiseau.
make
You know,
justice
he can do
prevail.
anything he wants. For me, it's the same with Matthew Broderick.
We've been chased by the hatchback.
Oh no!
Were you meaning to keep Dr. Claw in the shadows? Because you are aware you're revealing him quite clearly right now.
What car has all that shit?
Now he's back in the shadows again. Are we just supposed to forget you revealed him right there? I mean, we saw it. There's no surprise now. We know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Why put him back in the shadows if you just showed his face? I mean, it's
doesn't
sort of
make
like
sense.
starting off the original Star Wars movie with...
The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you've attacked a diplomat...
Don't talk back to me, young lady. That is no way to speak to your father. Oh, shit. You're not supposed to know that yet. Just forget that part, everybody. Totally not important. Carrie, help.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good, good. Go with that. Take her away. Dodged a bullet.
Who do you do?
Hurrah! Victorious!
I don't get that scene.
So Dr. Claw finally reveals himself. Again. And uses an explosive to blow him up.
Remember, smoking kills.
Oh, come on, the puns in this
By the
movie.
way, I mentioned in the cartoon that
Insane
Dr.
is-
Claw never reveals himself. And even if he did, would this be at all what you imagine he looked like? I imagine he looks like a monster. I imagine he looks like a machine. I imagine he looks like that gay guy from my best friend's wedding. No one else? So the explosion leaves Brown about as broken as his
Of
head.
course.
Brenda makes a plea that he always thinks with his heart, so he'd be perfect for their weird-ass
Nobody
little
dies
robot
in this movie. They
Thus,
just get
all the
really
doctors
big
come together
boo-boos.
to put Mr. Brown back together.
Just like George's.
Oh, are they loading him with cartoon sound effects?
What's this, the $1 Million Man? Oh god, they get awesome power seeds. I like these though. They're pretty good.
We see that Claw actually has a claw now, so he decides to give himself that name. Yeah, I forgot to mention, his name wasn't actually Claw this whole time, it was Sanford Skolax.
Just Claw. One word. Like Madonna.
So let's
Like
just recap.
Madonna.
Dr. Claw isn't called Dr. Claw. He doesn't
like
own a
Mr.
terrorist
Claw.
organization called MAD. He sounds less like a monster and more like a fashion critic. And the fact that you never see him in the show is being replaced with seeing him all the time. I mean, wow. Did they get one thing right? Why did you change so much? Were you afraid if you stuck too closely to the cartoon that wouldn't be taken as seriously? Need I remind you this movie has scenes like this?
Oh
Yeah,
god.
wouldn't want to face that!
That's just...
So Brown wakes up and finds that his entire body is laced with, and let's be fair here, mostly pointless shit.
That's a lot of gadgets.
Yeah, you never know when you might need a balloon.
That's a lot of gadgets.
Or bubbles.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. That was so fucking cheap. I do apologize. That was terrible.
Yeah, thank God there's no security guards looking after this walking human atom bomb. Just let him press the nuclear button. He'll be fine.
Mr. Brown, you've just come out of a very long recovery. You are now a sophisticated network of tissue hardware and software.
No! I gotta get out of here.
Oh, that acting.
My God, is he bad?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this guy's a marvel. Truly a gift to bad
It's
acting.
so
It's like
bad,
he
it's
never
good.
knows which delivery to give, so he sorta stops halfway and decides to maybe go with another one.
I love it.
Maybe.
No! I gotta get out of here.
Bad, but it's so good.
No! I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, fuck
I know
me.
that this is all new.
Even fucking Star Trek The Next Generation, Data has more emotions
By the
than
way,
this
you
guy
hear those
right now.
really annoying sound effects that won't shut the fuck
Data
up.
has more
Get
emotions
used to
than
that,
this.
people. It's all throughout the movie. It's like he swallowed Gerald McBoing Boing or something.
No!
So Brenda explains to
Using
him
that
exactly
scene is
how he
cracking me
functions
up.
and how they'll be able to keep him alive.
It's a high-powered processor chip that increases the charge in the human brainwave enough to move the machinery that's now built into your body.
But we still can't make you act.
Without this chip, your body could
Wow, he is
lose
roasting this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, come on.
Then I
It's
will
so
just give
bad
you
it's
your
good.
manual
It's got a
study.
charm. Well, for me anyway.
Heart of gold, everybody. He's so innocent that he actually makes monkey sounds whenever he sees a woman's behind.
Yeah.
Go Gadget hard on.
Jesus.
No!
She continues to show him
That
how his
scene,
gun works.
please
Oddly
stop
enough,
playing
not
it.
as
It's
disturbing as
cracking
it
me
sounds.
up.
And Brown tries to get the hang of it.
There were two guys trying to rob a jewelry store, and you wanted to trip them up. What would you do?
Go Gadget oil slick.
That's not oil, it's toothpaste!
Okay,
Okay.
why would anyone put that much toothpaste inside of him?
Yeah.
How many
what's this?
emergencies require toothpaste?
Yes.
Or a hose? Is there really a situation where you need to shoot toothpaste from a hose?
I
And why did
just
it come
don't
out
get
when he
this.
said oil slick? And why the fuck can't we see Dr. Claw? I'm sorry, still on that. So
Oh,
he's introduced to
boy.
his new set of wheels, a convertible. And just to ante up the annoyance in this film, they're proud enough to have the car voiced by D.L. Hewley. Oh, what a delight.
Good morning, Riverton! Who's in the car?
I remember this.
I'm a crime fight machine. Watch this. Left turn. Speed limits are for cars, not the Gadget Mobile.
What the fuck is this? The
Worse
Dark
than
Rider?
Chris Tucker doing the voice of the car.
Gadget, look out! Look out, Gadget! Oh my God! Look out! Left turn! Left turn, Gadget! Hey, don't you touch my radio! Don't you ever touch a black car's radio, boy! Look out! Touch your sound effects! Sound effects, go! Oh my God! Oh my God! Look at that!
Sounds like fucking Thornberries. The Thornberries. What the hell's going on with this?
Gotta wear the belts, baby. It's a Disney movie.
Oh, now, did you see that? A subtle little wink to the audience. It's aware it's a Disney
Jesus.
movie. And of course, when I say a subtle little wink, I mean a fatal stabbing to the eye with a fucking salad fork!
Safety first.
Not that it's any of your business, but what makes you think I was putting the moves on Dr. Bradford?
Hell? Are we in his mind now? Why are we in his mind?
Yeah.
Alright, now we're back in the car. Okay, now we're back in his mind?
I don't
Hey,
get it.
I got an idea. Instead of showing us those extra scenes you shot for the movie but had nowhere else to put them, why don't you focus on something useful? Like, I don't know, getting us to the fucking end credits!
Yeah. Oh,
Yo,
boy.
Crusoe, 9 o'clock.
So they come across a couple of criminals trying to steal a car. But Brown, of course, thinks they locked themselves out and actually helps them
Inspectors
to
don't go
steal.
around.
Here, this ought to do it.
Inspectors don't go around
Truly, they made
taking
the right
down
choice in
criminals.
making the world's
They're
first
investigators.
supercop. Imagine all those
That's why they call
intelligent,
inspectors.
hardworking officers
That's the
putting their
police's
lives
job
at
to
risk
go
that
around
don't
arresting.
deserve such incredible powers.
Maybe I'm
A
just
bunch of hacks.
overcomplicating it, but isn't it?
Hey, what's a big idea? Open your eyes. We got us a couple of jailbreakers. Well, then we should inform the prison guard. Wait a minute.
By the way, just another pain to bring
Oh,
up in this
boy.
movie. The editing is terrible. I mean awful. Some of the worst
But
I've
we're
ever
like-
seen. Like, watch this shot.
Sort of Roger the Rabbit kind of style.
Did you see that?
Even
How
though that
slow was
movie
that?
was great, Roger the
1/1000.
Rabbit.
It
movie was
wasn't even
great.
half a second. What is the point
But-
of putting that shot in if you can barely see it? Was there a subliminal message that was trying to be snuck through? Actually, slow it down. Let's take a look.
Matthew
I know it!
Broderick really is a
So they finally catch the bad guys, and Brown is claimed a hero. Later that night, he's invited to some sort of celebration of the new technology.
Oh boy.
I'll get it. Was that our sound effect? I mean, really? You gotta put sound effects in even when
Yeah.
someone's getting tapped on the shoulder?
Yeah, I don't get that.
What does it add? How does it tell the story any better? Hell, maybe they're onto something. Maybe Silence of the Lambs would have been a lot more dramatic if they added sound effects.
What became of your lamb, Clary?
Oh god, that's creepy. Okay. Oh, that destroys it. Don't do that. That's destroying the movie. Don't add those sound effects to this great movie. This is a great movie, Silence of the Lambs. Don't fuck it up.
Thank you.
Stop! It's butchering it. Oh god, no! This
So
is
Claw's impressed with
sacrilege.
Brenda's work and offers her a job to work with him. But Gadget doesn't trust him, and
Don't ever do that
apparently
again.
doesn't
Don't mess
recognize
with
him,
that
seeing how
Silence
he
of the
clearly
Lambs
saw
movie.
him blow up his car. So he sets up a listening device that will no doubt lead to more irresistible
Listening
zaniness.
device, of course.
You know, I think I figured out the formula for this movie. It took me a while, but I think I got it down. Poorly edited slapstick, followed by weird wide-angle shot of some guy going, ooh, and Matthew Broderick looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's see if that works. Slapstick, huh? Idiot. Slapstick, huh? Idiot. Slapstick, huh? Idiot. Well, you can't fault a formula when it works. Except, of course, when it doesn't work, and it's annoying as fuck!
When do I get started on my big case?
Oh, soon enough, Gadget. I have a few assignments for you to cut your teeth on first.
Oh, that's fucking Austin Powers.
So Brown gets his nickname Inspector Gadget, but still wants to get closer to finding out who killed Brenda's father. He takes a look at the only clue from the scene of the crime and sees a small SI imprinted on it.
SI.
But what else could SI stand for? Space Invaders? Nah. Scuba instructor.
Oh, what about that?
Spolex Industries.
Oh, well, thank God they came across that.
That's
Lord knows
convenient.
it could be anything else in the entire world.
Yeah, that's just...
SI. What could it mean?
Hey, Uncle Gadget, look at that truck!
Of course!
That's fucking
Sports
convenient.
Illustrated. They must have stolen that foot for their brand new Foot Fetish edition. Oh wait, Tuckermobile! But it turns out he's right, as he finds the foot heavily protected and tries to break it out.
What is this? Fucking Tom Cruise style?
And once again, the formula. Slapstick. Huh? Idiot. Oh, did I also forget to mention an uncomfortable void of nobody laughing?
Who's laughing now?
So Claw shows him
I
that
am.
he's made another Inspector Gadget. Only this one's evil! And
That's a lot of gadgets.
surprisingly an even worse performance.
Oh boy. His teeth. What the hell happened?
That's a lot of fish!
As he wreaks havoc on the city, Dr. Claw removes the chip that keeps Gadget alive, taking away his only means of breathing.
Damn.
Goodbye, Mr. Chip.
By the way, am I the only one that thinks Broderick dead looks exactly the same as Broderick alive? I didn't think so. So Penny and Brenda locate him in the junkyard and try to see if they can bring him back to life.
The NSA chip is gone.
He doesn't need the chip.
Yes, true love will rise it back.
Do it all by himself.
Oh, please,
Well,
please don't
bye.
come back
Let me know how that
alive.
all turns out.
Is he gonna come back alive? Yep, here we go. True love.
John? Uncle John? John, can you hear us? He's alive.
Oh, God.
You're alive. It's a miracle.
That's right. Even though it defies everything logical,
Yep,
everything
fucking defies
scientific,
science and
Inspector
logic.
Gadget comes back to life simply through the will of heart.
Yes.
I said simply through the will of heart. Simply through the will of heart! Excuse me.
Oh boy, here we go.
Jane Austen, you are so
Jane
frightfully
Austen.
witty and ahead of your time.
Jane Austen makes amazing, incredible stories.
What's wrong with you? Say it right now! Oh my God, it's Inspector Gadget, for God's sake! Say it! Come on, say it! Say it! I wanna say it! Say it right now! Say it, you monkey! Say
I
it!
think Jane Austen does tons of old
Is
sort of
that
style
freak?
of books and movies, so sort of old, really old sort of movies.
So the team gets
I really
together to
enjoy 'em.
stop Dr. Claw.
Like Pride and
First, they drop
Prejudice.
off Penny. Yeah, because it's not like she did much in the show. And they track down Dr. Claw's limo.
Gotcha! You're under arrest for the murder of Artemis Bradford.
Oh, God.
You're irritating.
This
Actually, I
movie
think that was the
is...
critics quote on the DVD. Huh, look at that.
God, you...
So the two gadgets fall out of the car and have a fight with
Unless this movie's
It's pretty lame
self-aware.
and not the least bit funny, but no, there's no but after that.
We shouldn't be fighting. We've got a lot in common, except I've got nicer teeth. I'd hoped that we could have worked together. Been partners. Together you and I could have ruled the world.
Of course, not worth it.
Yeah, of course.
So he tosses the villain into the ocean right before saying, oh, let me guess, you should have quit while you were ahead.
Oh, Jesus,
And goes
of
after
course.
Dr. Claw, who, of course, has captured Brenda.
What the
I'm sorry,
fuck
I
was
still
that?
can't get over how much this guy has nothing to do with Dr. Claw, the main villain of the show.
Yeah,
He
we
seems
shouldn't
more like one of
compare
Dr. Claw's henchmen than he
the
does the actual
cartoon
mastermind.
series to this movie. It's just...
Who is that?
Bring on the brownies!
What are you doing? You're supposed to be disposing of Gadget.
What does this remind me of, Face Off?
How dare
Not Nicolas
you?
Cage, but the other
So
actor.
as you'd imagine, Gadget gets Brenda off
guy
the
in Pulp
helicopter and
Fiction.
Claw ejects himself just to be caught by
Can't
the
remember
car.
his name.
Gadget! This is not goodbye. I'll get you next time, Gadget! I'll get you!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
You know,
boy.
if you want a movie that's actually more faithful to the essence of the villain, you'd be better off
The
with this.
Scooby-Doo ending.
Claw!
The claw, liar, liar.
coming at you. Oh, you're scared of the claw. You're scared of the claw.
I actually watched
And
this
thus,
movie a
we
week ago
finally
on
end the
Netflix.
movie.
I really
Thank
enjoyed
God. I don't think I could take any more of the...
And welcome to Robo Brenda Aerobics, where I'll be your host, Robo Brenda.
it. Oh God, please
Okay,
let it
now
end
it's
here.
the end of the movie. What you...
It's not done torturing you enough.
Okay, now it's the end of the... Oh, come on!
My name is Sykes.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, now it's the end of the movie. Jesus!
Oh my
It's a
God.
radio, computer, even a phone. Brain, say something.
Brain is not here.
Complete waste of a great talent, but whatever. Fine. At least now it's finally over. Oh my God! This is beyond desperate. You guys are really trying to get at
Yeah,
least one
this
laugh,
is
anything,
bad.
any measly little piece of shit giggle you can think of. I mean, really, you're trying everything.
Yeah,
You're trying
even
every
Flubber
last
didn't do
minute
this
piece
sort of
of
shit.
giggle that you can get out of us. You are that needy for us to like something.
And Flubber's
in this
considered a
movie.
bad movie,
Well,
but
fuck
I
you,
enjoyed
fuck
Flubber.
you,
I really
fuck you.
enjoyed it.
Desperate is the perfect word to describe this movie.
Mostly
It
because I
throws
had Robin
every
Williams.
bottom of the barrel joke, every overused sound effect, every tired slapstick routine, and every over-the-top reaction in the sad hopes of getting a laugh. and not one of them works. Not once. It's edited horribly, it's acted
Maybe
horribly,
one.
it has little to do with the show, and the stuff that it does have to do with the show, it's a complete slap in the face. It's just crap. Total
It is
crap.
bad, but it's...
And if I were you, I would
Matthew
go back to the video store and get your
Broderick's.
fucking money back. Don't go Gadget refund.
I don't think I could get a 15-year-old refund.
So you don't
I
have
think
to.
Blockbuster's gone out of business, so I'm pretty fucked. I think Blockbuster is gone out of business. I think they shut down. But I remember getting this from fucking Blockbusters on VHS. Fuck me. I don't think I can get a refund. Shit. At least you can get a refund if you buy it on Amazon Prime or something like that, I'm guessing.
It's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie. Oh god, that explains why it's so bad. Yeah, that was Inspector Gadget the movie. I gotta say, yes, it is bad, it's very cliche. You know, I'm not saying, oh, it's great, it's wonderful, it's marvelous. All I was saying is that Matthew Broderick's, even though it's considered a terrible acting, I kind of enjoyed it because it had Matthew Broderick in the movie. And that's the only reason why I enjoyed it. That's the only reason why it was bearable. The only reason why I give it a point, because... And the music, of course, we can't forget the music. The music alone deserves a point itself. But yeah, as for the movie, would I watch it again? No. Fuck no. This is something that I would not watch again. This is a one-time sort of movie I would watch where I'd go... yeah, it's okay because it had Matthew Broderick in it, and I could give it a pass, even though it's terrible. Because when he does bad acting, he does it with a charm, a bit like you know, like The Room, the movie with Tommy Wiseau. Then again, I shouldn't compare those two because Tommy Wiseau's a god. He's the god of all bad creators, of all bad actors, and he's just amazing. Yeah, I really think Inspector Gadget, the movie, is sort of like a bad movie, but like I said, I just enjoy the acting of Matthew Broderick, just the bad acting. That's the only reason why I like it. But, I mean, I don't really think I could enjoy it. I think I like the TV cartoon series much more better. The Inspector Gadget cartoon series are much more superior than this god-awful movie. The movie doesn't make any sense. It's full of cliches, bad jokes, and, yeah, I'd give it a skip. Yeah, if you bought this like I did 15 years ago, through Blockbuster on VHS, unfortunately you won't be able to get a refund and you're pretty much fucked. I mean, I'm fucked. I don't think I still got the receipt either. Maybe I could go 15 years back and see if I've still got the bill coming out my debit card or something like that. Yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.